Hey everybody, it's Tara Green here. How are you doing today? It is Saturday, and every Saturday is devoted to the planet Saturn. So Saturn, the ringed planet, Lord of the Rings, is the planet that rules everything in reality, everything physical, everything tangible. He is worshipped as the Sabbath day. It has that hexagonal, amazing, spinning North Pole on it, right? Okay, so Saturn. Saturn is the planet of hard work and long-term goals and adulting and maturity and testing, obstacles, karma. So every Saturday is kind of karma day. So Capricorns, you are traditionally ruled by Saturn, but so are Aquarians traditionally. So even though the modern rulership of Aquarius is the planet Uranus, presently in Taurus, Uranus moves much slower than Saturn. Saturn takes 29 years to make one complete cycle. If you're in that age range, of course, you are going through your Saturn return, your first Saturn return now. And Saturn is in Pisces, where it kind of softens the hard edge of Saturn, but anything you're going to manifest, you have to go through Saturn. He is like the bottom line, okay? So the Grim Reaper, the Lord of Time, maturity, senators, seniors, again, anything physical, long-term, your bones, right? Capricorns are specifically prone to knee problems, right? Knee issues. For women, Capricorn women, Saturn, wherever Saturn is in your astrology chart, because everybody's got Saturn somewhere. He is the seventh planet out traditionally. Saturn rules the bones, so rules the ancestors, right? So if you do any ancestor worship, you're working with Saturn. Okay, now just going to back up a bit because I haven't posted yesterday. I had a busy yesterday. I was out at a wonderful event doing lipstick readings, which were just mind-blowing. So I want to do a shout out to a place called Plump It Up Spa in Toronto, out in the East End. The women were amazing who came for readings, and those readings were mind-blowing. So if you're interested in lipstick readings, those I can do remotely as well, actually. And I think they should be way more popular. So I might go on live and do some, I don't know how we're going to do this. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, it was International Women's Day yesterday. I'm trying to get that glare out of my eyes. And if you were feeling kind of fuzzy around the edges or ideal or super psychic, it was because the planet Mercury, the messenger, which rules our mind, was connected to Neptune exactly at 27 degrees of Pisces, which is also square, a 90-degree angle to the galactic center, a place, the big black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy that's near and dear to my heart because I have Mercury there. So it was a perfect day to tune in, to listen to your dreams, to visualize, to manifest, all of that stuff, but it can make you feel a little foggy, okay? And then the moon entered Pisces last night at 8:03 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. I'm here in Toronto, Canada. And today, March the 9th, it is an old dear friend of mine, Madeline Marentet's birthday today. Shout out to her. She's the owner of the beautiful Grail Springs Wellness retreat in Bancroft, Ontario. So the moon conjunct Saturn, speaking of that old devil, which is what the astrologer Liz Green wrote a great book about Saturn, actually, a classic. Moon and Saturn conjunct at 1:23 p.m. So whatever Saturn is conjunct the moon is very sobering. If you have a hangover, Saturn will go, you overdid it. And especially with Pisces energy, all the planets, lots of planets in Pisces, your ability to, gauge the limits, because it makes everyone really psychic. You're more prone to addictions issues. Saturn and Pisces is making everybody own their addictions issues. It's a great time to get rehab, to be mature about it, to be honest about it, and to go get help. So Saturn will definitely, pull you back there if you've overdone it for your own good. The moon then sextiles Jupiter in Taurus, which is a nice aspect, very positive. Whenever Jupiter is aspected in a positive sense, you want to take advantage. Good day to buy a lottery ticket, to invest in anything solid, tangible. Yeah, we know Bitcoin's gone over the moon, which is Aquarian energy as well. The moon and Venus were connected yesterday, and Bitcoin hit an all-time high, 70,000 US. And then the big aspect today, Mars, the planet of action, defensive, the warrior planet, is squaring. That I know it looks like the loser sign. Well, I guess two losers put together. How do I do this? Makes a square. I can't really square up my fingers too much. But anyway, Mars squares Uranus, the planet of, yes, the internet, cryptocurrencies, wild, crazy, Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, so protest, which we've seen across the world, even angrier protests and kind of wild, crazy energy. So lightning storms, be very careful of anything explosive. Mars rules all explosive things, fires, sudden outbursts, people acting a bit crazy. My cats are doing that right now. They're having a little fight in the corner. I don't know if you can hear them. So Mars square Uranus, 5:55 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. So, but you can use that energy. Mars square Uranus can help you to think outside the box, to break free of old limitations, to get into the vibe, you know, to work collectively, collaboratively. Again, any new technologies, science, there's challenges there, but also very, very creative. I like squares. You know, they're considered hard aspects, but they make you work. It's like the sand in the pearl. Got to appreciate it all. Okay, and then the sun sextiles Uranus later than that at 6:01 p.m. So definitely the energy. Pisces is water, Uranus is earth. Those are both considered to be feminine yin energies. And again, they're harmoniously working together. So again, expect Bitcoin and all tech stocks to go up. I mean, Uranus and Taurus, that's pretty obvious. And Uranus is traveling through Taurus for a long time, from 2018 till 2025, 26. Then Mercury is at the last degree of Pisces today. So it's a good time to say goodbye, to complete. I mean, Mercury is the fastest moving planet after the moon, to complete things before Mercury enters Aries. And we are kind of getting ready for an early spring this year. So Aries, when any planet crosses 0 degrees of Aries, it's the beginning of the zodiac. So Mercury enters Aries at 11:03 p.m. again, Eastern Standard Time. And we're thinking about spring. So I will do a live spring gathering in High Park this year. I'm just trying to figure out the exact date because spring equinox falls at 11:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 19th, which is International Astrology Day, when the sun enters Aries. The spring equinox is also called Ostara. It's a bit too late at night, so I'm thinking that 20th, because the sun will still be at 0 Aries. So stay tuned for that if you're in Toronto. High Park, probably in the afternoon. All right, so let's get back to what's happening. Now we're also leading up to daylight savings time, dreaded daylight savings time, March the 10th at 2 a.m. We're going to spring forward. So here in Eastern Standard Time, we'll be moving ahead. It'll get light earlier. And then it's Academy Awards energy also on the 10th, and a new moon at 20 degrees of Pisces. And I'm going to be writing about that. I'm going to do a longer video. Usually I post the longer ones on my YouTube channel. Very dreamy, 20 degrees of Pisces. So if you have any planets at 20, the moon will also conjunct Neptune later. So very la la land. And Hollywood is ruled by Pisces. So it's kind of interesting. What always usually happens in Pisces time. But especially Moon Neptune conjunction. Very glamorous. Neptune rules glamour, illusion, delusion, Hollywood. There will be some big secrets coming out in the future. I've been sort of scanning ahead for stuff. So busy day tomorrow. Mercury sextiles Pluto tomorrow in Aquarius. All of the aspects that happen tomorrow are in effect from the 9th to the 10th, of course. And then we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, do we? Okay. So listen to your dreams. Great time to meditate with all the planets in Pisces. Meditation doesn't have to mean you're sitting in a lotus position. Anything that gets you out of your head is a form of meditation. My old Tibetan Buddhist Lama teacher used to say, if you're totally into taking your car apart, that's a form of meditation. Anything that totally absorbs your ego, your mind, your thinking mind, is a form of meditation. So you can daydream when you're doing the dishes, or knitting is a good form. Anything that, because you're kind of focused with your hands, right? Like DIY stuff is really good for that. But before you go to sleep at night, tell yourself you will be awake in your dreams. You will remember your dreams. It's very crucial that everybody does this over the next 2 years with Saturn in Pisces, because dream work was traditionally used for healing. And Chiron, the wounded healer, actually taught Asclepius, this is famous in history, dream temple healing. And there are ruins of old dream temples all over Greece. So, and I do dream analysis as well. And I know a lot of people have been talking more about their dreams. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarottarot.com, sending you many blessings for the day. All right.